2 cutters through the middle. Artie up for 3.
Kia re te whānau, nau mai, haere mai, nau mai, hoki mai. Ki te whakataitai whutu pāro o te Bay of Plenty Youth Development Cup here in Rotorua at the Westbrook Fields. The under-18s game between the Western Bay of Plenty and the Eastern Bay of Plenty. My name is Regan Williams and I am one of your commentators alongside Aaron Sutherland. Aaron, what are your thoughts on this game that's coming up?
It should be a good one, Regan. We saw Western Bay play this morning and they had some good moments. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on this one. And Eastern Bay got some pretty big boys out there, so it should be a good physical challenge.
Yeah, I agree, Aaron. You know, the Western Bay might have started off a little bit slower this morning, so hopefully they might have gone away and watched a little bit of this live stream and you know, sort of looked at their weaknesses and what they can improve on, and then hopefully they can bring that into this game. As you say, the Eastern Bay of Plenty, and I think right across the board, the under-16s boys as well have got some big boys, so looking forward to see how they go on the live stream today. Few sponsor shout-outs: Bay of Plenty Rugby Union, Central Bay of Plenty Rugby Union, One Foundation, and more importantly, for the whānau at home, I'm sure that you are really loving the work that local Gecko Productions are doing for whānau at home and across the world, across the country, so that if you can't be here, you can watch these games live. And I really, you know, it's a huge shout out to the local Gecko Production team because it is a big job, but at the same time, it's doing a whole lot for the awesome community. What are your thoughts around the live streaming, Aaron?
Oh, I think it's great, great production that local Gecko put on, and the quality's, you know, it's top-notch quality and it's consistent. And I know that talking to some of the boys that are playing today, you know, they're excited about having themselves a bit of a record of their games here. They can look back on and, you know, create the odd highlight reel possibly. They can plaster all over social media, no doubt. And the more that local Gecko get their name out there, I imagine that's good for them too. So I'm really impressed with the product.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's an awesome concept, mate. And, you know, like you say, the young kids are going to be able to watch this game for the next few years. And when they get older, they'll be able to show their kids and also their grandchildren. So, yeah, brilliant concept to me. Here they come, whānau running out onto the field, the Eastern Bay of Plenty side in the green and blue hoops, running from left to right, and in the blue and yellow we do have the Western Bay of Plenty side ready to battle it out on the field. Western Bay of Plenty had a early loss earlier on in the day, so I'm sure that they'll want to bounce back and get into this game early and try and get a win under their belt.
Conditions are perfect. Now, Regan, Western Bay played the first game. It was a little bit dewy and wet underfoot, so no excuses now for some good running rugby. It's a good take and the kick-off and a great shot from the Eastern Bay player. Unfortunately, clipped him a little bit high, but great contact.
Yeah, looks like he felt that one too, the number one, Tyrone Del Santos.
Logan Syme finding touch on the left-hand side of the field.
Big collision to start the game off. That's probably, hopefully that's what we'll see for the rest of the game, Aaron, because that's what Eastern Bay of Plenty do bring to the game, a bit of aggression, bit of mongrel, mate.
Yeah, they do. There's no backward steppers there. They just love the contact, and it's great to see them really hitting hard early in the game. So turnover
Here we
there
go.
from Western Bay, Eastern Bay. Carry up over the advantage line.
Big carry there by one of the Eastern Bay Plenty forwards. Second carry for the number 3 to Manaakitanga Prior.
The Western Bay player's got to roll away there. Michael Conda by the looks of it. Advantage to Eastern Bay.
Big carry there by the big lock, Jax Waterson.
Nice ball from the 12 and unlucky on the edge, number 23. Stevens, but advantage for not rolling away at the ruck. So Eastern Bay have got a penalty about 25 metres out from their goal line.
Looks like they're going to go for the touchline too. This will mean that they will win the line out, or they'll get the throw into the line out, sorry. Here we go, bit of a replay. Good seal coming in from the Eastern Bay forwards. Look to go to the edge. Just unfortunate there for the 23, Stevens from the Western Bay. Not sure whether that, in the professional realm, that's probably a yellow card, the knock on.
Yep, good line out there from Eastern Bay, and they've gone wide early. Found the grass though, and Western Bay pounced on that. Nice and quick to the ruck. They've got no halfback there though. They're going to be a bit lucky to get away with that.
Stripped out there by the Eastern Bay. Good little snipe down the edge from the halfback, number 9.
Edlington looking dangerous in the space there.
I think that was ripped out by the number 10 as well, Rosendale. So 10 and 9 having a little bit of a cheeky go. Here we go. Here's the replay. Yeah, it was the 10. He just sniped down the sideline by the 9.
Western Bay ball, win their own ball at the line out. It's a great ball there, shifted out to Levi Kelly, out of the Te Puke Sports Club. Great footwork, looking sharp. Nice offload.
Little cheeky chip kick there by Marlo Orr.
Not a bad little option. It puts Western Bay down inside at the right end of the field there, so it's where they want to play. Good to see them shift the ball. It's when they shift the ball from back on their goal line, generally the winger and the fullback will hold back, which opens up some space out wide. So awesome to see them make the most of that.
Yeah, love the way that they're running the ball, mate. Running rope is always best to watch. Nice long pass out there. Good solid carry here by the centre from the Eastern Bay of Plenty. Hieke McGarvey gives it to the fullback, Rajan Williams.
That's it, they're right down the end of the field already. Eastern Bay, good strong carry through the line. There's a big strong carry and a great offload from, who made the offload, number 3, can't catch his name. Prior,
excellent offload there from Te Manaakitanga Prior to Te Mana Anapu Burke.
If we go back, that was a great line break from the centre, McGarvey. Then he put his fullback away too. They managed to retain the ball. You can see the centre there cleaning out. Nice direct line and a good offload and contact. I'd be pretty happy with that try, I'd imagine. Good little team try, really initial line break, and then the big boys up front managing to finish off.
Yeah, 2 big boys, mate. Hard to stop that close to the line, Aaron.
Especially when they're moving forward with momentum, and Western Bay are trying to scramble back to get on defence, and they just can't quite get back. There are numbers. And Eastern Bay are just flooding through. It's a lovely strike off the tee, and he's nailed that. It's a good kick.
Takes the score out to Eastern Bay of Plenty 7, Western Bay 0.
It's unfortunate for Western Bay. They'd done made a great line break themselves, and then couldn't quite capitalise on being at that end of the field.
Here it is. Here he is, Prior. Great little offload to his mate Anapu Burke. Falls over the line.
Here is again Prior.
Nice take. Big, strong boy, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he's an athlete, all right, isn't he?
Good defence there, though, by the 17 from Western Bay, Michael Conda, coming through the middle.
Here we go. Eastern Bay looks like they're going to shift it wide again. Line speed's good from Western Bay, and they come up, force an error, get the turnover. Trident Edwards from halfback. Little chip and chase from the 13.
Get the bounce of the ball, no.
Well tied up by Travis Pitcher there on the ball. Cleaning up the scraps as usual.
Big carry there by Ryder Fowler. Pick and go. Decide to go out wide. He's a big boy as well, the 18.
Great option to go wide off the 18. I think they're expecting him to carry.
Must be close there, Aaron.
Yeah, here we go.
Pick and go.
Michael Condra over the line. Just short.
Inches.
Another pick and go.
One hand pick up, Aaron.
Must be getting close. Travis Pitcher again.
I like Pitcher, mate. He had a good game earlier on today.
He works hard. The number 4. Again, he's out of the Te Puke Sports Club, playing Colts for them, I believe. It's good to see a lot of these boys that under 18 that are playing club footy, getting a chance to mix it with these schoolboys as well. Another carry from Pitcher. He's all over it, isn't he? Trident Edwards, great pass. Hooker's got some space.
Nice little carry in there. Out the back there.
Condry's carried into contact there. He's got through the first line.
Yeah, good try. He carries the ball quite well, the young Conda, Aaron.
Yeah, good body position, wasn't it? He bounced off the first tackle and drove nice leg drive to get through the line. I think the ruck speed there from the Western Bay, they just had Eastern Bay on the back foot a little bit. Nice pass from the halfback. He's got a great pass. Trident Edwards gives his teammates lots of space.
Backed himself to the number 17, Conda. Goes over, takes a score to 7-5. Kick to come. Great comeback there by the Western Bay, although they had been scored against, they came back. A lot better continuity than they had earlier on in the game, in the day, so well done to the coaching team.
Oh, he's pushed that wide. Logan Syme. It's unfortunate. Leaves the score at 7-5.
Here they go again. Nice seal there by the number 8, Ryder Fowler. Comes out the back to Conda and just shows us what he's got once again.
You can see the little unders line there that the 18, Jaden Bracken, ran just to attract a few defenders to create some space out wider too, which was good work off the ball. Great drop out, nice and high. Gave his full pack there a chance to get up and put some pressure on, which they managed to do, and results in a turnover.
Eastern Bay with the ball. He carries the ball well to the 17. Anapu Burke.
Little knock on though, little knock on, but it looks like they're going back to the knock on from the kickoff. So it'll be a scrum Eastern Bay ball. They're big, strong, heavy ball carriers, aren't they, these Eastern Bay boys?
Yeah, well, I think we saw earlier as well, the Eastern Bay under-16s were the same, mate. Big carry, big collisions in the ruck. Don't mind hitting the ruck, and that's what you want in your team, especially in your forward pack.
Here we go, big open side here. I imagine they'll go there.
Or will the number 8 take it?
It'll be interesting. I think that the hopefully they go to their back line. There's lots of space out there. It's nice and dry. Probably set something down the centre of the field. But that scrum's pretty dominant from Eastern Bay.
Just a little bit messy though. There he is, the try scorer. Nice little offload there. Winger didn't manage to gather that in, so just unlucky there. Might have been a little bit impatient.
Great intent though. You could see he knew the space was there. He just didn't manage to connect with his winger on the edge. He got through the line.
Just might not have been enough space on that edge. Might have been had a tiptoeing down the sideline there. That winger.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Western Bay do here. They ran the ball from this part of the field a bit earlier on in the game, and they had some rewards. So it'll be interesting to see if they kick or choose to play. Looks like they set up nice and wide. Halfbacks. You can see how far, just out of screen, how wide the first 5 is from the scrum, giving the back line lots of space and room. And there we go, gives an awesome shot of that.
Penalty there. Looks like he went down onto his knees and then may have come back up. Is that the call, Aaron? Being the ex-prop you were?
Can't say I've ever spent any time in the front row or a scrum at all, for that matter, there, Regan. So couldn't help you there. Based on your back, you might have spent a bit of time up there, though. So Western Bay line out to them on about halfway. So just on their side of halfway. So looks like it's a short line out. They've got 1, 2, 3 forwards posted out of the midfield. They lose that. Eastern Bay.
Great leap there by the Eastern Bay lock. Lots of time with the ball.
It's a nice.
Looking for the 50-20.
Well read by the full Western Bay fullback, and he's taken that on the full, which is a great little offload too, but unfortunately he's just put a foot into touch.
I like that fullback, mate. As soon as he got the ball, he had to go. Brilliant to watch.
Cove Keenan out of Papamile College, yeah.
Here it goes here, look. Nice, backed himself to get around him. Just unlucky there. Nice little offload.
It was on, wasn't it? If he managed to stay in the field of play there, they were in right in behind them. The Eastern Bay ball.
Be interesting because these teams have only been selected over the last few weeks, so they probably haven't had much time together or many trainings. So it's it is quite difficult for them, because some of them don't play with each other and they play for all different teams. So the continuity might be a little bit harder for some teams than others, but all in all, mate, development rugby, what we've been talking about all day.
I think we've seen the quality of the games better second time around. You can see the Eastern Bay boys. That was really nice work. A little miss pass there, to ball into space. The more they play together throughout the next couple of days, I'm sure to get better and better. You can see it there already. Levi Kelly, nice miss pass, but unfortunately, little knock on there from Western Bay.
Yeah, like you say, I think it'll take them, like a couple of games to get used to each other and to see what everyone else can do and what they can't do. So, but I think it's just a great concept that the Bay Rugby Union have brought in, and especially with hearing the history about it this morning, that Dan Goodwin and Kendra Reynolds initiated this tournament, and it's still going. So, well done, guys. It has been a successful tournament, and I think the live streaming of this tournament complements what these players are trying to do in terms of their future for the game.
Yeah, I agree. And you're talking to some of the boys and the parents around the sidelines here, mentioning that they've got family in some far-flung reaches of the world, even and they're getting messages, that they're watching from the likes of South Africa and Fiji and different places. It's awesome for the whānau to be able to see them playing.
But here we go, Eastern Bay put the ball in. Nice long pass here. Good strength shown by the centre. A little bit of a one-handed offload over the top there.
He's a good player, the centre. He's loving it too. Big smile on his face.
McGarvey. Big name down the Eastern Bay of plenty, the McGarveys. I'm sure he'd be related to Paddy McGarvey, the superstar touch player from the Eastern Bay.
There we go, a little knock on, unfortunately, in the ruck there from the Eastern Bay. So Western Bay ball. Pinned down on their own goal line, though. They can't seem to just get out of trouble. You have to wonder at some point, are they going to look at putting boot to ball just to play down the other end of the field a bit more?
Yeah, there's been a couple of, see, they're just ripping the ball out. And we did have that in the last game as well, you know, just the ball carrier taking the ball into the contact. They're just not securing that ball or holding on to it.
Doesn't look like they're set up to kick here. Number 8's going to carry. It's a little isolated. Halfback Edwards has to go in to clean the ruck. Does a pretty good job to maintain the ball there. The Western Bay.
There he is again, the number 4, Travis Pitcher. He's a bit of a workhorse. Aaron.
Oh, he's a nuisance. He's a nuisance, Regan. Isn't he? You can see him on the field there. He's just into everything.
It's another knock on there, though, by the Western Bay team. But luckily enough, the ref was playing advantage for a penalty. Just those little mistakes that are sneaking in.
Yeah, Logan Saunders, he fine touch. I think he's just short of the touch line.
Good skills there shown by the number 12 from the Eastern Bay to keep that alive. Khan Henderson.
Yeah, great skills. Choose to run here, tap, then play. So if this goes out, then Western Bay will lose the ball at the line out. However, it's going to work out for them possibly.
Eastern Bay kick it back downfield. Opportunity here for the Western Bay to open it up.
Definitely, probably, good carry though. Probably could have looked at shifting it one more wider.
Yeah.
2 passes off the kick is a bit of a common practice type thing, isn't it? Where we get the ball into early space, nice and wide.
Yeah, he might have wanted to give that one more pass, I think, young Dallas Thompson.
So he's found touch there. He'd be disappointed after that last kick. Probably tried to carve off a few too many metres. Here it is here. The Eastern Bay fullback, I think it was. Or the 12.
Watch the skills
12,
here.
sorry, yeah, well done. Just drop it back on the inside.
Great skills, bit of a round the back pass there.
Another short line out. Western Bay managed to get this one. Set play.
Good hands there shown by the Western Bay team.
Yeah, they've gone quite. They've gone back a long way though, haven't they? They need to play forward a bit more. Try and get up over the advantage line if they can. That's a far better carry.
Big carry there by John Bracken.
Eastern Bay plays off his feet, so he can't play that. Western Bay retain the ball. This is better, moving forward. Great line speed indeed, though, from McGarvey.
Yeah, he's a sharp player, young McGarvey. One to watch out for in the future.
Great pass there by Edwards into the space for his winger, number 14, Jack Mara.
Still going, showing a bit of strength too, Mara. Good recycle by the Western Bay team. Here he is again, Pitcher. He only knows one way, up the guts.
Here we go. He's the big boy. He made a great decision before. Again, good decision. Shift the ball a little bit wider.
Big carry there, Dos Santos.
Side ball and Pitcher. No, misses Pitcher. Song goes out to the left.
Might be something on out here.
Unfortunate little knock on from Western Bay.
Yeah, they just couldn't finish it off, but good continuity. They held the ball for several phases, and just those little minor mistakes that we've been talking about earlier on today. But just sneaking in. Eastern Bay will be hoping that they just can get this one and kick it out, and I think we'll go to half-time after that.
You can see on the replay there was a great identification of space by the halfback, John Edwards. Nice long flat ball, put his winger away. And then a great carry from Jack Mara.
Western Bay want to try and put in a big scrum here, win this ball.
It's been quite an even contest really though, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It has been, definitely. Western Bay have been working hard.
They've put that out. just on the 40-metre line. So it'll be Western Bay throw to the line out. Probably the last play of the first half, you'd imagine.
Yeah, I thought that might have been, but refs decided no, we'll have one more go. Good for the Western Bay side though. They've got the throw into the line out. Anything can happen here.
Gone short again to the line out Western Bay, but it's not straight, so.
Yeah, free kick. Need to play this out. Eastern Bay want to run it though.
Good on them.
Bit of a chip kick from our centre, McGarvey.
Right, set.
Regathered. Good pace showing there down the edge by the winger. Go all the way.
Great try.
Yeah, excellent try. The Western Bay didn't want them to get away with that one. Takes them out to a 12-5 lead, but what about the speed by the winger?
Yeah, pretty impressive, wasn't it? Was it number...
I think it was the chip kick that McGarvey put through to Williams. Here it is here, McGarvey, chip kick. Regathered by Williams. Nice draw pass out to the winger. Jacob Cook. Clean pair of heels.
You just have to like how the chip kick went in and then both players reacted and played what was in front of them. And, you know, it kicks only as good as its chase. It set for Williams, and he managed to put his winger away. It's a really, really good team try.
Great try to finish off the second half there to the Eastern Bay of Plenty. They lead 14 points to 5. Looking forward to the second half, and we'll be back soon, whānau.
Just a call out to the Eastern Bay under 16 boys Canada, the Sydney Bay the 16 boys Canada, the Nazi Bay the 16 boys Canada, and the Western Bay the 16 boys Canada. You can see the 4 2 4 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2
Kia ora whānau, welcome back to the Bay of Plenty Youth Development Cup second half between the under-18 boys. Eastern Bay of Plenty in the blue and green hoops and the Western Bay of Plenty in the blue and yellow. Eastern Bay are leading 14 points to 5. 20 minutes to play in the second half. Looking forward to the second half. Aaron, what are we going to see?
Yeah, I think there's been lots of ball movement in the first half, and I think we'll see more of that. Perfect conditions for it, and these young fellas are making the most of it. So this is a good kick-off received there by Eastern Bay. They're looking to exit here effectively. Nice little offload, and that's a really strong carry.
You will notice, Whānau, that from the first half there will be a lot of new players out on the field. The rule is with this Youth Development Cup is that all your bench have to play at least half a game, so at least 5 to 7 players would have been replaced.
Little high shot there from Eastern Bay. So a penalty, the ref's going to stop and have a little chat to him by the looks of it, but don't think there was too much in it. Just slipped up high.
Haven't really seen many penalties for any behavioural incidents, actually, Aaron. Like head highs or anything. It's been a real clean tournament, so that's good.
Yeah, the rugby's been good quality. As we just talked about not having many, we have 2 on the bounce, and it looks like we're going to get a yellow.
Commentator's curse, mate, every time.
Western Bay go quickly. Unfortunately, we've put it down. But still managed to hold the ball. It's a good strong carry there from Milner at centre. And Jack
it's
Mara.
Knocked on on the edge there by Mara. Ball probably was a little bit down by his knees. However, he may have been able to take that, but those are those little mistakes that I keep banging on about. Never mind. 19 minutes to go in the second half. Heaps of time for the Western Bay to get into it. Scrum here, Eastern Bay ball.
Yeah, big open side. The scrum's right out there on the sideline. You think
they've got some flair in this back line as well with McGarvey, Williams.
Well, they should be full of confidence based on the try that they scored just before half time. And here we are, we go wide. That's a great pass from the 12.
Henderson,
it's a wonderful pass.
There he is again. Nice little offload.
Is our try scorer.
Where to cook. Got a bit of strength there, young man. Not a bad option there by Where to Cook. Decides let's get the ball out of our own half and manages to find touch.
I think that was Kant Henderson. I'm really impressed with Kant Henderson. He's got a high skill set, doesn't he? His catch-pass game's really, really tidy, and he kicks the ball nicely too.
Yeah, he's one of those players that doesn't seem to be phased, when he's under pressure, he just cruises along, so he's got a good hit on him.
It's a good strong carry from Western Bay. Over the advantage line.
Little carry there by Syme. Manages to set the ball up well. Little snipe here coming in from the halfback. Might get held up in the air though. Needs to get to his knees.
A bit lucky there possibly.
Very lucky.
Did well. Western Bay have come back a little disjointed, haven't they? Second half.
Yeah, I think they have a little bit of structure, but they just probably haven't been playing together as long enough as they'd like to. So if you watch the number 8, if we go back into that replay, you'll see the number 8's looking to go out the back, but his outsides aren't really running through the ball.
Little plug for the coaches. I see looks like Mark Porfity on the sideline there of the Eastern Bay team. He does Ty Mitchell and he does this as well, so he's a good community man, obviously putting a lot of time across lots of age groups, so good on you, Mark.
Eastern Bay plenty unlucky there, number 21, he was right on the ball.
Eastern Bay knocked back 10, so Western Bay advanced up the field.
Yeah, the Eastern Bay getting stung. Just that too many penalties.
Be interesting to see if Western Bay can capitalise here, but that's a big error. They just all that field, all the territory, they just managed to get there and they make a mistake. Unforced error too. There wasn't a lot of pressure on.
Yeah, 15-14. Here's the early little incident. See that number 8 there? We could see someone running through. Has just left it a little bit late, and then just slowed the continuity down of what they were trying to do.
Eastern Bay go to the blind side through
Henderson.
And it's a well-timed drawn pass, but looks like it's just gone forward. The referee's pulled them back there for a forward pass. Unfortunate because it was definitely on the blind side there.
Yeah, and I saw that Williams just do a little bit of a chip and chase, and it would have pulled off too, I think. Just unlucky.
They just look a little bit more connected, don't they, these Eastern Bay boys?
It is here.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah. Line ball.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Probably right. Probably a fair call. Referee was in good position. He's handled the game well. The young guy doing this game, these guys playing are possibly a little older than him, and he's controlling the game really well.
Yep, I agree.
Little set play here.
Yeah, nice.
Nice of space. Again, not quite able to connect.
Still got to watch that little man though. Where to cook. Sorry. Just pounced on their ball. Give him a little bit more, little bit of space, and he's gone.
It's another error though from Western Bay. They can't afford to keep making errors as they are. Just inviting Eastern Bay to play in the right part of the field, aren't they? Here we go, scrum, Eastern Bay ball. Nice big open side to work with. Backstraw lined out to the right. Oh, sorry, it's Western Bay ball.
89. Aaron?
Yeah, I think so here with Western Bay, big blind side. The Eastern Bay winger is back, blindside winger is back, but they go to the open. And they send the centre up to see the target.
Shows a bit of strength there, the centre. Balin Peveril Milner. Good carry there by the number 16, Aidan Dyke.
So we've got an advantage here for Western Bay. Eastern Bay were offside and we've gone quickly, but the rest pulled them back. Wants to get them on the mark.
Good heads up by the number 22, Cameron Day. Always good to see them looking for the quick tap, the quick throw and anything like that. Keep everybody on their toes.
And they're really trying to speed the game up, aren't they, Western Bay, where they can. Here we are, nice little offload. Good pass and contact there. And the prop down the edge.
Good carry there by
Santos. Unfortunately, he's put a foot into touch, but that's better play from Western Bay. Getting the ball out to the edge and having a nice hard carry.
Yeah, they managed to hold on to the ball, and that's what they want to see. You know, that'll get them over the line. Looks like there might have been a bit of a collision here somewhere, though.
Here we go on the
See if
replay.
we can see it.
It's a great pass. Another well-timed pass. You can see there a little bit of a mismatch at the prop with the fullback, and he ran over top of him. Unfortunately went out. But you're right, we've got to play it down from each side.
Might have been the tackler from the Eastern Bay. Looks like Dos Santos, sorry.
Yep, he's up and about.
May have got a bit of a boot to the knee or something.
He's heading off by the looks of things, and then the Eastern Bay players also sat on the sideline. That's the number 3, Pry. He'll be a loss. He's been really impressive so far today.
He won't go off, mate, unless he gets carried off.
He's a really impressive athlete, isn't he? Really, like, he's a big, solid boy, and he's fit. Like, he was over there making tackles in that corner which is pretty impressive.
Eastern Bay with the line out there.
Michael Conda's on the ball there. Good turnover.
Excellent turnover there by Conda.
Here's Western Bay's chance, isn't it? 20 metres from the try line. Straight to the edge. They don't want to go out here by all. It's a good carry. Nice quick ball. Good strong carry there from Ryder Fowler, number 8, and he goes all the way over. Great try. Well done.
Excellent try there by the number 8, Ryder Fowler.
They just caught on the back foot there, weren't they? Eastern Bay, you could see Western push it hard to the edge early. Get him behind the advantage line, then a nice hard carry straight off the back of that.
There he goes here.
Yeah, nice footwork from Ryder Fowler out of Papamore College.
That's an excellent try. Looks like you run through the forward pack.
Yeah.
Might have been a lack of defence there by the Eastern Bay of Plenty side. Might have underestimated the big man.
Logan Syme lacks a bit of distance there, unable to get that over, unfortunately, which means the score is 14-10 to the Eastern Bay.
Western Bay's confidence should be up now, knowing that they're only 4 points behind. One try will get them ahead of the Eastern Bay of Plenty team.
Yeah, they've got to play down that end of the field, I think, though, Regan. They're making a few too many errors to play with the ball down in their own half, so you'd be thinking here, they want to secure the kick-off and then exit.
Managed to secure the ball.
And there's another error, that's what we spoke about.
Yeah, just those little knock-ons there are just letting them down.
You got to think, you know, when if they exited there and play down on the other end of the field, they can afford to make the odd error because they're, you know, good field position. But making errors back here makes it hard and keeps Eastern Bay right in the game.
See which way they go here. I think McGarvey's still out on the field. I want to get the ball to him. Penalty though.
Scrum penalty there for Western Bay. Looks like a knee to the ground.
Same call as the earlier one, Aaron.
Well, you're the scrum expert there, Regan, so...
Yeah, I think he's not allowed to put his knee on the ground, Aaron. Needs to stay upright.
It's Logan Syme, finding touch. Finds it. Well done. Western Bay ball, so...
Confidence is up. Here's that scrum. We probably can't see it from our side because the ref looks like he saw it from his side there. May have went onto one knee or collapsed the scrum, I think, on that far side, the Eastern Bay of Plenty side. Gives the Western Bay penalty and the line-out throw-in.
Another short line out here from Western Bay. They've pretty much gone short every line out. They must have something on. To the midfield.
I like the pass from the 22.
Oh, here we go, nice little offload. This is the number 6, I think.
Here he is here, Cameron Day, the halfback.
Here we are running behind them. They'll be wanting to go wide here, hopefully, quickly. Oh, there's lots of defenders over there to the left. I reckon it might have been on here to the right. So far and behind them so quickly.
Got a good pass there at halfback, Day. Here he goes here.
Here we are, another carry by Fowler.
Try scorer.
Good strong carry too. Looking for quick ruck speed here. Nice passes to Campbell Price, little chip and chase.
Here he is, Henderson. A little bit of footwork from the Eastern Bay of Plenty, takes it in. Good attack there though by the Western Bay. Box kick from the number 9 from the Eastern Bay side. Adlington.
Turned out to be a really effective kick.
Great pressure.
The Western Bay player there probably should have taken that, which would have relieved all the pressure, but he let it hit the grass, and then, as we know, rugby ball can do anything.
Coach killer, mate, coach killer.
Yep, and then Logan Syme with a little knock on there at the back. Here you go.
Good pressure here, though, coming in from Adlington. But, yeah, you've got to take those balls on the full, Aaron.
You certainly do. Impressive with the halfback, though. He made the box kick and probably not exactly where he wanted it to go in the first place, but his chase turned in what was an average kick into a great result, so well done.
Good scrum there by the Western Bay forwards. Just screwed, though. Go back for another scrum for the Eastern Bay.
Be interesting to see what Eastern Bay do here, if they kick for territory or if they run and play. You can see their backs are all lined out to the right. Just off screen.
Yeah, they want to get it out to the danger, out to McGarvey and Williams.
It's like Henderson at first receiver.
Here they go.
They kick. Pretty educated boot there, isn't it?
Get some ground.
Syme is outside of his 22 and put it out on the full, which means we go back and Eastern Bay get a line out 30 metres from their try line. Great result for Eastern Bay.
Great result. Not sure whether or not Syme thought he was in the 22, but might be a little bit upset with himself with that kick going out on the full.
Yep, unfortunate. Would have been interesting to see there if he had players outside him, if they work back to get around him, but not to worry. Eastern Bay has the throw to the line out with 5 minutes to go. Good line out.
Henderson goes out the back.
Not able to connect, but tidies up. The whistle's gone. Looks like Eastern Bay's got a penalty here for Western Bay being offside in the back line. So
they might opt for the scrum once again.
Looks like they're going to go. Yeah, they're just going to play. Good on them. McGarvey. It's been a bit quiet in the second half. It's good to see him get his hands on the ball.
Nice carry there. Good seal coming in from the Eastern Bay of Plenty. Huge carry there by the number 18.
Western Bay all over the ball there. They're lucky to keep that, Eastern Bay. Here's Henderson. Looking at his options.
Just gives himself time, doesn't he, Aaron?
Yeah, he's quite impressive, eh? Didn't panic. Ended up in a good position there over the advantage line still, so well done.
Ripped out there by the number 7 from the Western Bay.
A little
Oh,
break.
look at the speed down the edge by the...
Jack Mara toes it infield. Little slip from Henderson. 13. Needed to stay on
Not
his...
happy about that one, Henderson, but to be fair...
No, he needed to stay on his feet there, the 13. If he stayed on his feet and gone straight over the ball,
Yeah.
he would have had rights to it, and every chance Western Bay would have had a penalty or the ball up on halfway, but you know, you can't dive on the player when they're on the ground like that, and as a result, he's been given a yellow. Not sure if it was for the offence of diving on the player, or if there was something said or something with the referee there, I'm not too sure, but number 13...
I think it might have been dangerous play. Balin Peveril Milner.
leaves the field, so that'll be the end of the game for him. Won't see him again.
What a kick
That
by
is-
Henderson.
Yeah, that's a great kick.
Right down into the 5 metre line. This is the infringement here. You'll see the winger kicks it infield, goes to ground and then just dives straight on his head.
I think it was probably the no arms there on his head. Contact to the head and no arms onto the ground is probably justifies the yellow card, to be fair.
Good line out by the Eastern Bay, looking to drive it forward. Not moving anywhere though, the ref's called the 1.
Minute call for Eastern Bay and
16 takes it forward. Here he is, McGarvey, long pass. Where to Cook, out to the winger, 22. Excellent try there to Regan O'Donnell, out on the edge. Great hands, great ball skills there by the Eastern Bay of Plenty backline.
Just great awareness of the space, really, isn't it? They from the maul, big numbers out wide, and you can see the nice long passes, ball in front of the ball carrier, able to run onto the ball, and finds the space out wide, and that's a great try, great team try.
Yeah, the 3 main back players who have had excellent games. McGarvey was the first ball handler, whips it out to Williams, Williams to Where to Cook, and Where to Cook out to the try scorer O'Donnell.
You know, it was a good try.
Takes the score out to 19 points to 10 to the Eastern Bay of Plenty side.
Just shows the importance, doesn't it, of having a good skill set, good catch pass in their space. Someone identifies the space and players able to shift the ball there early is so effective. Don't need too many fancy things, do we? Just nice clean set of hands. Pulled that to the left. Henderson leaves the score at 19-10 to the Eastern Bay.
I think that might do it for the Eastern Bay as well. You know, there's a 9-point buffer there, so the Western Bay need to score twice. I'm not sure if we've got enough time for that. So just a little bit unfortunate there for the Western Bay side in the last few minutes of this game.
Well done, Ryder Fowler. Great chase at the kickoff, but again, ripped out, but it results in a little error there. They've been their own worst enemies, the Western Bay, at times, haven't they?
Yeah, I think it's been both games, mate, but I think we spoke about it earlier. They probably haven't played together as long as they probably wanted to. And, you know, it's just getting to know your players and trying to work together. Just hasn't sort of gelled, really.
No, great.
That's the word, gelled.
Good strong carry there from Ryder Fowler, though. A little bit unlucky.
Is that a great game, the number 8?
Little cross kick there from Henderson in behind the Western Bay defence, but Campbell Price tidies up.
Big tackle by Weta Cook, straight on the ball. Just a bit unlucky there. I thought he might have got that. Here he goes again. No release, maybe.
Here we go. Here's Fowler again. He's trying to put someone in a hole by the looks of it. Runs into a bit of a brick wall there, though. Good tackle. The Eastern Bay defender. And there we go again, unfortunately.
Henderson offloads.
How about this? How good's this?
17,
he's got some wheels too. That's a great pass. Unfortunately, doesn't quite connect, but it still sits for McGarvey, and he's too good to not finish that. So, who's the 17, Regan? Have we got
great
on our,
breakaway there.
On our team list here, 17?
Anapu Burke, he's had an excellent game right throughout. So, and like his mate there, McGarvey, he's had an excellent game.
I was impressed with the clean set of heels that he showed, didn't he? He's
But Henderson picks it up here, knows he can't go all the way, gives it early.
And just here you see him looking around for someone to connect with, and he throws his pass. It doesn't go to hand, but it still sits, and the intent was there, and great awareness of the space.
Nobody else deserves a try like McGarvey, though. He's had an excellent game and led from the front for this Eastern Bay of Plenty side. Looks like the ref is going to call this one over after this kick. Off the post. Yep, game over there. Excellent game by the Eastern Bay of Plenty side. Managed to hold out a gallant Western Bay of Plenty team, but unfortunately just those few minor mistakes didn't work for Eastern Bay winners.
I think Eastern Bay thoroughly deserved their victory there, Regan. They made the most of the mistakes that Western Bay made and capitalised, and hence the scoreline 24-10. So some really talented boys in that both teams, but the Eastern Bay team in particular had a couple of really good athletes. So.
All right, whānau, and that's it for this game. Next up, though, we do have the Eastern Bay of Plenty under-16s versus the Central Bay of Plenty under-16s. So stay tuned, and we'll see you soon.